Thank you for tuning in. I had a few requests on how to do Secreterion line with Blue Eyes. So with the way that I'm building my Blue Eyes is obviously Primary Blue Eyes, which I believe is the strongest version of Blue Eyes that we have currently until we have new support coming out. So I'm just gonna walk a few scenarios on how I make Blue Eyes Secretarian Dragon. Theoretically speaking, you want a way to get to wishes and any way to get to your Prima engine. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna go ahead and shuffle our deck, pretend that we have these two in hand, and we're gonna do like 3 random cards. With these two, it doesn't matter what the random cards are, as long as there is ways in your deck or in your starting hand that you can get to either or. That way you can actually get to your Secretarian Dragon. So we shuffle our deck, we're gonna cut it, pretend as if we're in a live duel. Sorry, I gotta fix my camera a little bit here. So pretend that we are actually in a live duel. So we're gonna draw 3. So load is amazing, another barrel, and Sage, which is awesome. This is kind of an ideal hand in a sense. I mean, it's not good if you're going second, but going first, this is a very strong hand. Yes, we would like a way to stop other cards, but this is not bad. So always, this is a rule of thumb for Blue Eyes players. Always start with your Prima engine. You always want to start off with the Prima engine because it's just really good, because when it really comes down to it, your Prima engine is your support, and you really want to get to your Blue Eyes cards. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna go ahead and normal summon Ether Barrel, or actually at this point, you know, technically, since we already have Ether or Barrel in hand, we're gonna go ahead and just do load. We're gonna activate load, search effect, go into load to search. So we're gonna go ahead and search the drill beam. So now that we have drill beam in hand, we are protected. So if you're playing against Dracotail, we have a response to their what's his name, Arthalion or Arthalion. So now we're gonna go ahead and normal summon our Ether Barrel, and we're gonna go ahead and activate his effect to set 1. And this is where the Primite Fusion comes in really good. Primite Fusion, because it's a normal spell, we can actually use it on the turn that it is set. So that's where it's amazing. So we're gonna go ahead and set it. Here we're gonna go ahead and activate our wishes. Wishes setting for cost, we can send either thing. Here we're gonna send our other Ether Barrel. In a sense, it would kind of suck because we wanted to keep the drill beam in hand so it's live. But then instead we're just gonna send our Ether Barrel. Send it for cost. And then what that's gonna do is we're gonna go grab our other Sage. Or actually here we're gonna grab our Maiden, and you always grab Roar. Roar is always your other card. Unless you're out of targets or it's already in your hand, then yes, but Roar should be always your other card. Here, wishes will go grave, and now we're gonna tag out. We're not tag out, but we're gonna link summon into our Spirit with Eyes of Blue. I always tend to put Spirit with Eyes Blue over on my left hand side for link zones. For some reason it's just better for me over there, having this one link open. I forgot what they call it, but where you can link off to another monster, always have it over here. We're gonna activate Spirit to search. We are going to search our Mausoleum. We're gonna grab Mausoleum. And then, now what we're gonna do is activate our Mausoleum. We're gonna activate Mausoleum's effect, targeting the Spirit, and then sending a Blue Eyes to graveyard. That will take our Blue Eyes to the grave. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna activate Maiden. In this sense, it doesn't really matter the scenario that you are doing this in. So you can just activate Maiden before going into Mausoleum, but I like to use Mausoleum as bait in a sense. So once we activate that, that will allow us to place our True Light. So now we are able to place our True Light. I always put True Lights or continuous spells and traps on like the pendulum scales. I don't know why, I just tend to do that a lot. Now what we're gonna do is we are going to activate Spirit, setting for cost to special back our Blue Eyes. And once we special back our Blue Eyes, we're gonna special back our Maiden using the effect to special summon itself. I tend to always put the tuners or non-important monsters in the link zones because in case they have animals or whatever, so I always use my non-important monsters onto the link zones in case they do try to steal it or something like that. Okay, so here we never forget to activate your wishes. One of your most important cards is your wishes, so you always want to activate it. Banish it for cost, and then you're going to equip your Blue Eyes Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon to your Blue Eyes. We're gonna go ahead and fusion here into our first Spirit Dragon. Having Spirit Dragon over here. Then we're gonna use our Mausoleum. Well, it's not activate effect, but to additional normal summon. So remember about the link zones. So then we're gonna activate Sage. A lot of people don't know this, but Sage is actually not a once per turn effect. So you can, as many times per copy, like you normal summon 3 of them if you want per turn, and each one of them will get their effects to search. So here we're gonna search our Veiler. So now we have a hand trap. Here we'll activate our Roar. So our Roar is going to bring our Blue Eyes back from Graveyard. I tend to do Graveyard, that way that our Mausoleum is still live with targeting to send the Blue Eyes to grave. So I use my Roar so that I can bring back the Blue Eyes. Here we're gonna go ahead and synchro into our other Spirit Dragon. Okay, so now we've done that. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate chain 1, chain 2, setting for cost to special out your Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon or your Ultimate Spirit Dragon and your Crimson Dragon. So once you special out Crimson Dragon, you're going to activate Crimson to target to tag out to same level stars, and that will bring out our Cypher Dragon. So once we bring out Cypher Dragon, we are protected if they waited way too long for Nibiru. Now it's too late for Nibiru. We are very prone to losing to Nibiru, so please be careful of that. Here, we're going to go ahead and activate our Primite Fusion. Primite Fusion has to send a normal monster, so we're going to send our Blue Eyes, of course, and our Sage. So those return back to the deck. Blue Eyes Primate Fusion is so amazing because if they banish it with Bestials, you can. That's how you bring your Blue Eyes back into the game, because they can also fuse from out of your banish zone too as well. So that's the amazing part about Primate Fusion, and I've done that more than enough times, which is the crazy part. So Primate Fusion will summon out your Secreterion Dragon, which is just a requirement of 1 Dragon monster and 1 Spellcaster monster. So now we have our Secreterion Dragon. What we can do here is we're going to activate Secreterion Dragon. What we're going to do is we're going to target the Maiden, and we are going to target our Spirit Dragon. So Spirit Dragon and Maiden. We're going to special the Maiden, return the Spirit Dragon. And then what we're going to do here is we're going to activate Lordy Load to special back the Blue Eyes. And do remember, once you do this, your extra deck monsters cannot activate their effects. So let me see. Also, you cannot activate the effects of special summon monsters on the field this turn. So be cautious to always use that at the end phase, or use that towards the end of your combo lines. Then we're going to go ahead and synchro here again, and that will bring back the Spirit Dragon. So it brings back the Spirit Dragon that we just put away with Secreterion Dragon. So now we can special up here. So now what we have here is we have your opponent cannot activate special summon spellcaster dragon monsters and your pretty much your monster reborn and reshuffle back into the deck. We have a monster negate pop. We have a graveyard negate tag out. And then we have a omni negate on board. We have a true light where they can't target our blue eyes. Once we about to come towards end phase, we're going to set our drill beam that we have in hand since the beginning. We have effect veiler in hand. End phase, we're going to activate true light to bring back our blue eyes in attack mode, and then that makes our drill beam live. So we want to do that during draw phase or standby phase, but please always remember to ask your opponent for response. Then we're going to activate Maiden to special summon itself, and that leaves us with a very, very strong board. And don't ever forget that you always will have Neo Blue Eyes in graveyard, so that way your blue eyes are also protected. So you're safe from imperm on your Blue Eye Spirit and your Ultimate Spirit. So it's a very, very strong board. You have Omni Negate, spell graveyard tag out, monster pop, spellcaster dragon negate, or not negate, but they can't activate their effects, special summon. You have your blue eyes, which makes the primary drill beam live. You have your bring back one if you need to. If one of these gets eliminated, you can bring back a blue eyes or a tuna monster. It's a very, very strong board. I really like it. I like it so much right now. I'm going to keep this going forward. This has been my list for a while now, but let me know what you guys think, and I hope you guys enjoy, and thank you for watching.